Good afternoon, and welcome to a road trip for Chairman Chats here in the town of Southbridge. I'm Jack Jovan, Chairman of the Town Council. I'm excited today to be down here at the Southbridge Police Station, and today I'm here with Deputy Chief Jose Dingui, and we're talking about a local event that's sponsored between the Lions Club and the Police Department through the Cops and Kids program. Good afternoon, Deputy Chief. How are you today?
Good. Can't complain. Thank you for having me on, Chairman Jovan.
Thank you, and thank you for hosting me down here at the police station. I know you guys have been very busy, and for you to find time during your busy day, given everything that's going on today. But this is an important program that we're here to talk about today. Yes. How long, first off, you pretty much run the Cops and Kids program through the police department, correct?
Correct.
How long have you been doing that?
I was fortunate enough to come on in a time where we all remember Officer Jesus Rosa. He kind of took me on under his wing about probably 24 years ago, and he was doing, the Cops and Kids dances in a basketball program. And a little bit after I got on, I became a school resource officer, and I said, we should do a little more than just play basketball and, do dances with the kids. I grew up in a neighborhood where we kind of feared the police, We came from a neighborhood where when the police came, it was for something bad. So I was like, we need to break down those walls and, start letting the children know that we're different. We're a person. We're just not a cop. And, that was my passion when I first came on. So we started the Cops and Kids summer program where we mentored the kids. We taught them a lot of life skills, where we taught them how to do applications for work, how to dress, and things of that nature. And the program just grew from there, where we provide breakfast and lunch on a daily basis during the summer. We no longer just did basketball, we did a full-blown summer program. So since then, we've been doing it for about 25 years. 25 years. And originally, I think it was grant funded, but now it's pretty much you sponsor and go out and get donations and all that. So it's self-sufficient, no town funds. So it's quite an undertaking, but 25 years is a long time. Correct. There's very, very little funds, if zero, that came from the town of Southbridge. Originally, it was grant funded. Senator Moore really helped me out in the beginning of the program when he got us grants to operate off of. And it just continued down where we, Denise Clemens, as well as Monique Manna, kind of helped me out with fundraising, where we were raising over $25,000 to $30,000 a year since day one. So we've really come a long way. We're self-sufficient, and I think the program is kind of a backbone of this community.
It certainly is, and you're a local kid. You grew up in town, so you do have a tremendous connection with the children here in the town of Southbridge.
Yes. It became the program where if someone needed something done, or they were looking for a family in need, or they needed the resources, Cops and Kids became the resources to other agencies. So they would reach out and say, hey, I'm looking for this. I actually need a pool of kids during the summer. Hey, guess what? I run a camp. You could come down to my camp and teach that class, the hygiene class, Like even Harrington Hospital teaches a hygiene class for me every summer during Cops and Kids, which is great. Jasmine Rivas, when she was part of UWINK, she would come down and teach all sorts of classes for the kids, because they need that pool of kids during the summer where they're usually out and about. So, it's one program that I tell the story a lot is, I was going to the program at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I could see kids walking towards the program at 7 in the morning, and it's summer. So who does that in the summer? I know I did it. So that told me there was a lot of value to the program when you have kids coming down at 7 in the morning and, signing off at night, like at 9:30, saying, peeps, I have to go to bed because I got Cops and Kids tomorrow. So that did a lot for us, and it shows that, the kids really enjoy the program,
And I'm very proud as a town councilor and council chairman, and having served in law enforcement for a number of years, to see the community relationship that the police department has with the kids, because it does go a long way we see a world today with a lot of issues, a lot of problems, especially against policing. And we seem to not have as many because those kids have grown up in an environment, like you said earlier, of knowing who your police officers are and building some trust.
You know, there was times when I used to work midnights. Thank God I don't work midnights anymore. But there was times when I was part of the program working midnights, and we would go to either a big disturbance or a fight or even something like a stabbing, and usually the community doesn't cooperate with you. Oh, I didn't see anything. But as soon as we will arrive, you know, somebody will walk discreetly to us and say, hey, Dingui, he's in the back. It was this guy. So, you know, it shows that we tore down walls. We're no longer the police that are, you know, coming into this neighborhood. We're the police that are part of this neighborhood. So, you know, it falls into the big community policing factor of our whole department, you know. Right now I have a chief, you know, Chief Woodson, and my past chief that really supported our you know, the program, and it's a huge program for this town, and it has many facets.
So the program itself is one that reaches out to kids, helps kids in need, give them resources. Lions Club on there also, of which like I said, I'm a member of, is also like a group of individuals that want to give back to the town and serve the community. And so what we're talking about today, the Cops and Kids for year round, and I'd love to come back in the summer. Hopefully with COVID, we'll be able to have an environment that, well, maybe we'll do another on the road Chairman Chats where we come out and look at the program during the summer, because those are tremendous programs you get. How many kids during the summer for that?
Usually we flow about 150 to 60 kids a day. We feed them breakfast and lunch those days. We take, we do kind of incentive field trips, and maybe that's what keeps coming back, but we take them to like Six Flags, Brownstone Park, you know, we do the State House, we show them what Boston's about. So we do one field, like 4 field trips during the summer that are pretty good.
So, and we know the community, and there's a lot of needs here in our community.
Absolutely.
The social and economic that we have out here, and it's important that we provide as many resources as we can. And one of the things that come up is around Christmas time. And several years ago, the local Marine had done the Toys for Tots program, and they left the community probably about 4 years ago. And we had a member on our Lions Club by the name of Steve Ide who wanted to undertake this program with the Lions Club and become part of our effort to keep this program going with kids in need and all that. And at some point, Steve reached out to you and made a connection with you. How did that come about, where now we have the partnership with the Lions Club and the Cops for Kids program to do this important Toys for Tots type of drive?
You know, it all happened, you know, about 3 years ago. Steve Ide came to me with, I remember meeting in my office with him, and he says, you know, I really have this is the issue. You know, the Marine Corps, which is Toys for Tots, did an outstanding job, dedicated Marines for years and years, with such a wonderful program. But that branch that was in Southbridge was no longer going to be functional, and they were going to move out to Worcester. So our local toys would go out to Worcester, and we would have to petition the toys from there. So he said, you know, I know the Marines that are part of it, you know, they want to keep this going as well. Do you have any ideas? How could I get this program to continue? So, you know, we talked for, you know, we had a couple meetings and talked about it. And, you know, I said, you know, thank you for thinking of Cops and Kids and, you know, the Lions Club. So we ended up discussing it, and we finally said, you know, we can't let this program die out. So let's move forward. I believe, you know, the Lions Club with all their members and how passionate they are for this community with the Cops and Kids part of it, that, you know, there'll be a wonderful program where we can move forward. So we had that conversation, and from there, there was no looking back. We started our first year. We serviced over 150 families that first year, and from that year, it just kept growing. And he was, you know, Stevie Ide unfortunately has passed away this year, and as you can see in one of the posters, we kind of honored him in our poster this year to continue his legacy. He was really passionate about this program. He loved it. He was, in our bunker, what we call it, the bunker over there where we have all the toys. He was organizing toys. He was a huge part of this, and because of him, we're going to continue this. And I know all the Lions as well are going to be as dedicated as he was to continue his legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lions Club is fully behind this. The Lion, AJ LaRochelle, who's kind of taken up the mantra from, and Steve Blanchard, I believe, I do the two leads, but AJ LaRochelle is really taking this on, and on the Lions Club, we've decided that this is will be all known as the Stephen Ide Memorial Toys for Kids in partnership with the Cops for Kids. So we've kicked off the toy drive for this year. What period of time is it that we have till, so if people want to drop off toys that are needed for children in the community, where are some of the locations where they can drop off toys? And how do they go about it?
Some of we're going to be collecting toys from this point on until, and people will say is this a typo and things like that, till the 29th of December. And I'll explain that because the reason I say this December 29th is, we live in a society where sometimes we get duplicate toys and things of that nature. And I just don't want that to go in a closet. I could go in my box and help our family for next year. So if you have any extra toys after the holiday season, feel free to come down to the PD. We're going to have the box here, and you could drop the toys off. As far as drop-off locations, we have the town hall. There's 2 boxes at the town hall, the clerk's office and the manager's office. We have one at the Southbridge Police Department, like I mentioned. Southbridge Fire Department, we have one. We have one at the Sturbridge Police Department, and I'll mention a little bit about Sturbridge in a second. Harrington Hospital Lobby has one as well. Big Bunny has one. We excluded the library because it's closed this year. And all the Southbridge Credit Union branches. And with that said, the Southbridge Credit Union branches is one of our Jolly sponsors. So they were with us since day one. They sponsor a shopping spree, which we're going to do December 10th. At Walmart, we get to, I have a little fun doing this program as well. I'm going to go out and, it's like those shows where you could go and shop and put everything in your cart. So we have a shopping spree on the 10th with Southbridge Credit Union, and they front the bill. So they're huge. They do all my advertising and marketing, and they're a great partner as well as the Lions Club with the Cops and Kids. So we kind of have 3 great sources working towards this. We also have Cornerstone Bank has a setup, a box. We have all the Savers Bank in Southbridge and Sturbridge has a box. And let me go back to the Sturbridge Police Department because they will be hosting a Fill a Cruiser event as well. Their Fill a Cruiser event is going to be on December 5th. Curbside drop-off in front of their station. So if you have a toy in the Sturbridge area and you're seeing this, you could drop it off at their police station, and they also have an event which is Fill Their Trailer. Sturbridge Police has been a great partner to us as well, and that allows us to not just focus on the Southbridge area. We do all the surrounding local areas from Sturbridge, some of the Brookfields to Spencer we have done. So if there's a family in need, they could reach out to us and fill out the application, and we'll get in contact with them. So this allows us to be just not Southbridge based. So we're, basically the tri-community as it was known as the past.
That's fantastic, and it really is a community coming together to help families and kids, especially during the holiday season where some don't have the means or the ability to get gifts and enjoy the holidays. So you stated something about an application. How do they go about getting the application, and when will those be due?
Okay, the applications, the drop-off and pickup site is Southbridge Police Department for the applications. So you could always pick up a hard copy, come down here and fill out the application at the police department, and even at the Sturbridge Police Department as well, and just leave it here for processing. All we ask that you bring an ID as well, so we could take a photocopy of that as well. The application date, the last time I could take this application is going to be 12/15. So there will be no applications accepted after 12/15. So from now till 12/15, you could come down to the police station. You could actually email me at copsandkids@southbridgemass.org. Again, cops, and they're going to have the poster on afterwards, so you could take the email off of that, copsandkids@southbridgemass.org. You could email it there. You could go, we have a couple websites. We have the Southbridge Police Facebook page. We have Cops and Kids Facebook page. We have two of them. So if you either friend the Southbridge Cops and Kids page or the Southbridge Cops and Kids page, one's a page and one's a person, you could get it through there because it should be on there on the Facebook. Today, after this program, we're going to post it on the Southbridge Police website. We usually get the most hits there. So it'll be available there. I don't know the quality of print, how it'll come out. So if you need one, they're always available here, or email me, like I said. So the last drop-off date for them, 12/15/20.
Thank you, Deputy. And the age bracket of what kids do we go to, what age group?
So we do from birth to about 16, 17. We just cut off at 17. And people usually, though, people that ask that, want to give, we usually have trouble with teenage years the past 2 years. So I don't know if that's going to now reverse because I'm asking people to focus on teenagers. But yeah, the ages are 0 to 16 and a half, 17.
Okay, fantastic. So again, it's the annual Cops for Kids Lions Toy Drive. A lot of kids in need throughout the area. I'm glad to hear that it is not just Southbridge, it is the area communities. And it's fantastic that you and Cops and Kids, the police department, because a lot of your police officers get involved in that shopping trip. From what I saw last year, you had a lot of fun in that when you were going through Walmart. Hopefully we get to see that on Facebook Live again.
Yeah, that will be on Facebook Live. I said December 10th, we'll have the Lion. We might even have Spider-Man there. So we're going to have fun. I think the cops have more fun. This is part of the Cops and Kids program. I have trouble managing my cops because they have more fun than the kids. So I have to pull them back. Hey, this program is not for you, it's for the kids. So it's a great program that tears down a lot of barriers, in the society we live in now. We see the defund the police movement. We see communities struggling with police and the citizens. I think, Southbridge has done a great job with tearing down that wall. And, our citizens know that we're there to serve them. And we're part of the community. Our department reflects our community. A lot of homegrown kids here. And I call them kids because now I'm one of the older guys. But there's a lot of homegrown kids. There's not a lot of PDs that could say they reflect the community like we do. And I think we do. We play with our community, right? We go out and play. We just don't, we're not just the bad guys. We're the good guys, too. And I think that's gone a long way.
It certainly has, Deputy. So again, Cops and Kids, Toys, Lions Toys Drive. Please, folks, consider donating to whatever your ability is, because there are kids that are in need in our community and throughout, especially during this year of COVID. It's been a tough year. You can see we're still wearing masks. We want you all to be safe. So if you do get a toy, make sure you deliver it in a safe manner. Folks out there, if you need assistance, search out for that application. Reach out to the Cops and Kids program here or any Lion here in Southbridge. And we are here to help and do the best we can so that everybody can enjoy the holiday season. So with that, Deputy Chief, thank you for joining me here today. Hope to see you in the summertime at your next events. And I am no doubt this will be a successful toy drive this year. Wish everybody a safe and happy holiday season, and we look forward to you on the next Chairman Chats. Thank you, and have a safe holiday.